NFL Network now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Rookie minicamps were in full swing this weekend. The Eagles, Cowboys, Packers, Seahawks, Chiefs, and Ravens all taking their first look at the new class. Eagles GM Howie Roseman told SiriusXM's Mad Dog Sports Radio that after winning Super Bowl 59, Philly knows they've got a target on their backs. Roseman said, quote, "We understand that 2025 is a new year, and we haven't won a game. We're going to have to do our best and work our hardest to have the kind of season that we're looking for. And nothing in the past is going to guarantee future success." Cowboys have signed first-round pick Tyler Booker to a 4-year deal, according to NFL Network's Jane Slater. The 12th overall pick is the first in this year's first round to sign his rookie contract. He'll look to bolster the line after the retirement of future Hall of Famer Zach Martin. Panthers veteran receiver Adam Thielen, entering his 12th season, says 2025 may be his last in the NFL as he enters the final year of his contract. This has been NFL Network now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Lowe's knows Mother's Day is just around the corner, and there's no better time to refresh your garden. Right now, get 5 bags of 1.5 cubic foot Scott's Naturescapes mulch for $10. Plus, select 1.5 gallon annuals hanging baskets make the perfect gift. Now 2 for only $20. The best garden starts with great deals. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/7. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase.
We are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230, KXO, El Centro, California. Cinco de Mayo, Monday, May 5th, 2025, Cinco de Mayo. It's the annual celebration to, celebrate Mexico's victory over the Second French Empire at the Battle of Puebla in 1862. The Mexican forces, led by General Ignacio Zaragoza. Yeah, let's hear it for General Iggy. Okay. Yeah, what a guy. Anyway, my understanding it is more celebrated in the U.S. than it is in Mexico. Yeah, it's a holiday, of course. But anyway, it's an excuse to partay, okay? Why not celebrate Cinco de Mayo? Okay, in our once and occasional feature, Crime Watch, a Texas mother has been arrested after giving vodka Jell-O shots to 5th grade students. Okie dokie, but hey, let's be fair here. I mean, just because you're in 5th grade in Texas doesn't necessarily mean you're under 21. Yes. Okay, why not? And from Hollywood, Tom Cruise and Knives Out actress Ana de Armas were spotted enjoying a helicopter ride together as they celebrated her 37th birthday. Now, an insider told KXO News that the two were merely dining with their talent agents. Honestly, we'll know it's getting serious when Tom is at Oprah's house jumping on her couch like a crazy person. Yeah, it could happen. It's happened before. I'm Carroll in the newsroom. It's Jared. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning, Carroll.
Good weekend. There were too many things happening this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Boy. I mean, everywhere you turned, there was something going on.
Well, like I said before, you got to get it in before it gets hot.
I guess. And, of course, today's Cinco de Mayo, and I don't see anything on our calendar, events for today. So here's an idea, though. At work, fill the water cooler with some nice Don Julio. Okay, yeah, and then just stand back. It might work.
They'll end up with the water cooler on their head.
Yes. Okay. Birthdays, are you ready?
Birthday time.
Our Cinco de Mayo birthdays. Actor Michael Murphy is 87. Actor Lance Henriksen is 85. Comedian actor Michael Palin, Monty Python's Michael Palin, 82. Actor John Rhys Davies is 81. Drummer Bill Ward of Black Sabbath, 77. Actor Melinda Colea is 70. Actor Lisa Elbacher is 68. Actor Richard E. Grant is 68. Actor Tina Yothers, she was on Family Ties. I think that's about all she's done. She's 52. Actor Santiago Cabrera, 47. Actor Vincent Kartheiser, 46. Actor Danielle Fishel is 44. Actor Henry Cavill is 42. And singer Adele is 37. We've got local birthdays. Get ready.
My name is Sarah Griffin, and I'm the Executive Director of the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially for those struggling to find their next meal. As a monthly donor, you can help the Imperial Valley Food Bank purchase food in bulk to meet the growing needs of the more than 25,000 people we serve each month at over 30 locations. Even small monthly gifts can go a long way in helping fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley. Please consider giving monthly by donating online at www.ivfoodbank.org.
We have happy birthday wishes for Brooke Grundy, Maria Chavez, Julius De La Cruz, George Baeza, Earl McCabe, Jesse Chavarria, Francis Terrazas, Leda Rodriguez, Manuel Martinez, Mike Bennett, Mireya Conchola, Oscar Felix, Rosemary Cruz, Yvonne Cordero, Maria Sanchez, and Carol Ramos. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, let's add one more. Okay, 8-year-old Joy Gomez. He's celebrate today. 8 years. That's a good age.
8 is great.
Yeah. Okay. Still young enough to be wide-eyed and, just believing in Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and Cinco de Mayo. Not old enough to, really get much of an attitude yet.
Cinco de Mayo needs a mascot, like the other, I guess we'll call them holidays. Yeah, we'll make Cinco de Mayo an actual holiday now. Yeah.
Well, I think so. Okay. Anyway, anything else exciting going on? I trust you had a good weekend.
Oh, yeah. Good times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been too good if you remember anything.
Oh, well, that'll be tonight, right?
Okay. Yes. And coming up on the 15th of May, the Margarita contest.
Yeah, I believe that's in Brawley, right?
I'll have to look it up.
I think they're having them in a couple places. They're doing like a taco contest somewhere, margarita contest somewhere else. And
the Taco Fest was Friday night in Brawley.
Okay.
It's over and done.
Over and done. So we just got the margarita challenge next.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. We're ready for news.
News time.
Let's jump in with a look at World and California news headlines brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. They deliver real-time updates about the air that we breathe.
California headline news, the investigation continuing into the weekend plane crash in Simi Valley. A small home-built plane crashing into a neighborhood, leaving the 2 people and the dog on board dead. Casey Nicholson is with Simi Valley Police.
The scene is complicated, so it's gonna take a comprehensive investigation on the ground.
Residents saying the plane appeared to circle the area for a time before crashing to the ground. Authorities say the Friday shooting at the Spartan College of Aeronautics and Technology in Inglewood was workplace violence. The gunman had been working there as a security guard. Mayor James Butts.
He was a current employee at the college, had only been there for 2 months. Had some disagreement about something he felt the dean had done.
Butts says a 37-year-old receptionist was in stable condition. The school's dean with life-threatening injuries. 3 people hospitalized after a shooting at a campground in Orange County. The shooting happened during a family-friendly event at Canyon RV Park in Yorba Linda. Police say a gunman shot 2 people, then turned the gun on himself. Jeff Scott, California News.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
CBS News Brief. Collections are resuming on defaulted student loans today. The Education Department will start involuntary collection by garnishing the wages of borrowers. Braxton Brewington is with the grassroots group Debt Collective.
Now that these consequences are starting back up, that is going to put people in really dire straits. We've heard from people who say, I'm going to have to skip meals.
Hollywood, the latest target for President Trump and his tariffs. He says he wants to tariff movies made outside the U.S. by 100%. Tim Richards runs one of Britain's largest movie chains.
A big part of this is, what constitutes a U.S. film? I mean, what does he actually mean by that? Is it where the money comes from? Is it the script, the director, the talent, where it was shot?
CBS's Christina Fan says Sean Diddy Combs' trial is underway.
Although dozens of men and women have filed civil lawsuits against Combs, this criminal trial will highlight the claims of 4 women, including those of ex-girlfriend and singer Cassie Ventura.
CBS News Brief, I'm Matt Piper.
And World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org and you'll get real-time information about the air that we breathe.
Looking for a fun and free family night? Imperial Valley College presents Learning en Loteria. Learn about valuable non-credit courses like English as a second language, citizenship classes, and even typing skills. Bring the whole family for exciting activities, fantastic prizes, and delicious food. Join us Wednesday, May 7th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Calexico Women's Improvement Club. Don't miss out. Imperial Valley College presents Learning en Loteria. For more information, call 760-355-1826. That's 355-1826.
And it's page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Remember, they have mobile service vans that come to you at no additional charge. Call El Centro Motors and schedule an appointment.
KXO News. Double homicide. Yuma County Sheriff's Office deputies are investigating an apparent double homicide. YCSO dispatch received a 911 call about 2:19 p.m. Saturday. There was a silent open line. Deputies responded to the location in the 6500 block of West Wall Lane where the call originated. 2 victims were located, both dead with apparent gunshot wounds. Yuma County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigations Bureau has assumed the investigation of the double homicide. And there was a school bus accident on Friday. A school bus hit a pole Friday evening. The accident happened shortly after 6 p.m. at Nile Drive and Treadwell Boulevard in Salton City. The California Highway Patrol said that the collision caused a student to fall out of her seat and slightly injure her arm. Accident remains under investigation. KXO Local News Time, 7:41.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires guaranteed. Now we're talking Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. See a Quick Lane service advisor and get the best price guaranteed. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and they're conveniently located in the Brawley Auto Center, at the Imperial Valley Mall, at El Centro Motors, and their new mobile service van comes to you with no added charge.
El Centro City Council will meet today and again tomorrow. Monday meeting will be closed session with 2 items on the agenda. First will be the public employee / employment and appointment with the city manager. The second item is conference with labor negotiators and negotiating with the city manager regarding monetary and related compensation. The meeting will begin at 3:30 p.m. in the conference room at City Hall. On Tuesday, the council will hold their regular meeting. Council will begin in closed session at 4 p.m. with 2 agenda items. First, public employee employment / appointment, and the second item will be a conference with labor negotiators regarding negotiations with the El Centro Police Officers Association. Council will reconvene in open session at 6 p.m. Among the presentations will be a certificate of recognition to Dr. Tom Taki, Teacher of the Year. Congratulations. The consent agenda includes a resolution to approve the purchase of a new computer-aided dispatch records management system. And explosive devices were found. El Centro Police responded to a report of possible explosive devices found in a shed. At about 4 p.m. Saturday, officers went to a home in the 800 block of Scott Avenue after receiving a report of 2 mortar devices in a box in a shed at the rear of the property. A safety perimeter was established and nearby residents were evacuated as a precaution. The El Centro Fire Department and Imperial County Fire Department bomb squad responded to the incident. The bomb squad rendered the devices safe. No injuries or damage occurred, and residents were allowed to return to their homes. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and the weather coming up next.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations in the valley as well as the mobile service vans. You will find a Quick Lane at El Centro Motors, at the Imperial Valley Mall, and in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Military Appreciation Month brought to you by Progressive Insurance. The new movie Warfare recreates a firefight from the Iraq War. Navy SEAL Ray Mendoza, who co-wrote the film, says putting it on the big screen was one way veterans could talk about it openly.
20 years later, we never really talked about it at the time. Oftentimes you have to push that stuff down just to function in a war zone.
A riddle brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What do your home and auto have in common? Progressive protects them both. It was an easy riddle. Learn more at progressive.com.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up, Oscar!
And it's page 2 of the local news. Page 2 is brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town. They have daily lunch specials Monday through Friday. Happy hour, 3 till 6 p.m. every single day.
Mother's Day weekend is coming up, and U.S. Customs and Border Protection agriculture specialists want you to be aware of rules on importing flowers from Mexico. Imported flowers can pose a risk to American agriculture by bringing in pests and diseases. The CBP ag specialists say certain flowers and plants are not allowed in the U.S. Roses and carnations are allowed entry after inspection, but chrysanthemum are banned and or banned from entering through the passenger ports when brought in from Mexico. Plants meant for growing must have proper permits, and soil from Mexico is not permitted. All travelers must declare any plants or flowers to CBP officers upon arrival. CBP agriculture specialists suggest you check online the Know Before You Go guide. Personal property tax reminder. The deadline for filling property tax statements is May 7th. Robert Menville, Imperial County Assessor, reminds business, aircraft, and vessel owners that late filers will be subject to a 10% late filing penalty if the information is not filed on time. The state of California requires that business property be assessed annually. Ownership and taxability of business assets, aircraft, and vessels is determined as of January 1st of each year. The information can be filed electronically with the assessor's website. The U.S. Small Business Administration, SBA, San Diego District Office celebrated Small Business Persons of the Year. Among the awardees were several Imperial County businesses. Imperial Pipe and Supply, Ramon Ozuna, and CEO, let's see. Okay, so here, let's get this list started again. Imperial Pipe and Supply, Ramon Osuna, the CEO. And then we have Victor Salaya, General Manager, and Lillian Higgins, CFO, were named Rural Small Business of the Year. Brittany D. Siza, owner of Soy Candle and Company, was named Young Entrepreneur of the Year, and Small Business Journalist of the Year, Imperial County, is Arturo Bojorquez, editor of the Imperial Valley Press. SBA award winners will be recognized Friday, May 9th at the SBA Awards event in San Diego. And graduation season is here. Imperial County graduation season starts this month. The season kicks off May 15th with the ceremony at SDSU Imperial Valley in Calexico. Graduation ceremonies will be conducted through June 7th. The season ends with a dual ceremony at Imperial Valley College. KXO Local News Time, 7:48. We'll take a look at the local weather coming up next.
Hungry for the best burger in town or an ice-cold beer? Did you know that Burgers & Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? Get drink specials all day like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. For May specials, try our Pineapple Martini or an ice-cold bottle of Busch Light for $3.99. May plate of the month is a chocolate torta. And we now offer a new seasonal dessert, the Churro Ice Cream Sandwich. Burgers & Beer, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Open daily starting at 9. Burgers & Beer, for the best burger in town.
According to the National Weather Service, an unseasonably cool low-pressure system will affect the desert Southwest through at least tomorrow, leading to below normal temperatures. Imperial and Yuma Valley high temperatures will be mainly in the 70s into Tuesday, before quickly rebounding during the latter half of the week and reaching to around 100 degrees by Friday. 82, the high in the valley yesterday, 62, our overnight low. Mostly sunny today with a high near 82, west wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south this afternoon. Partly cloudy tonight with a low around 61, west wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming southeast after midnight. Tuesday will be sunny with a high near 87, light wind becoming south about 5 miles an hour in the afternoon. 65 degrees, 45% relative humidity, wind out of the west-southwest 5 to 7 miles an hour. Right now, air quality is good throughout the Imperial Valley. Local news, page 2, and the weather, all brought to you by Burgers & Beer. It's the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can bring the family, you can meet your friends at Burgers & Beer.
Looking to refresh your routine or restock your favorites? Grocery Outlet has you covered. This week only, get 20% off all health and beauty supplies. From bath and shower essentials to oral care and daily vitamins, you'll save big on the brands you trust and the products you love. Stock up now. These incredible savings are too good to miss. Offer ends Tuesday, May 6th, while supplies last. Only at your neighborhood grocery outlet.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
And it's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Hospital, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the very best care. NBA action yesterday. It was the Warriors whipping the Rockets 103-89. Warriors win the West first round Game 7 and move on. In the East semifinals, Game 1, it was the Pacers topping the Cavaliers 121-112. Today, it will be the Knicks and the Celtics, followed by the Nuggets and the Thunder. What, no Clippers? No Lakers? Oh, my. Anyway, and WNBA action. Preseason, Brazil and the Indiana Fever, the Fever 108, Brazil 44. Meanwhile, the Storm topped the Sun 79-59. The fans got what they wanted at Iowa's Carver Hawkeye Arena. Caitlin Clark on hand for the Indiana Fever's victory over the Brazilian national team in an exhibition game that was also a sold-out homecoming for the former Hawkeye star.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
Taking a look at Major League Baseball, Padres rolled. They shut out the Pirates 4-0. Meanwhile, the Rays topped the Yankees 7-5. Twins tweaked the Red Sox 5-4. Royals pounded the Orioles 11-6. Cardinals nipped the Mets 6-5. Guardians edged the Blue Jays 5-4. Athletics slipped by the Marlins 3-2. Diamondbacks over the Phillies 11-9, but it took them 10 innings. Brewers bageled the Cubs 4-0. White Sox edged the Astros 5-4. It was the Rangers rolling over the Mariners 8-1. Giants topped the Rockies 9-3. Tigers beat up on the Angels 13-1. Nationals 4, Reds 1. Cardinals slipped by the Mets 5-4. And the Braves nipped the Dodgers 4-3. And in other news, Gary Hall Jr. will get replicas of his Olympic medals. The originals lost in the LA fires. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Hospital. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather, all brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, the only Imperial Valley Postal Service offering 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal at 4th and Heil in El Centro. The European Union will spend about 500 million euros over the next 3 years to make Europe a magnet for researchers. That, according to a top official, in a veiled response to the Trump administration's cut to research funding and changes to science policy. Speaking today, the head of the EU's executive arm, French President Emmanuel Macron, was more direct, criticizing recent actions by one of the largest democracies in the world, such as cancellations of hundreds of research grants, and calling them a mistake. The two European leaders spoke at the Choose Europe for Science event at the prestigious Sorbonne University in Paris. And in other news, hours after a key U.S. tariff exemption expired, Chinese e-commerce site Temu announced it was overhauling its shipping model, sending out all American sales via U.S.-based sellers. All sales in the U.S. are now handled by locally based sellers, with orders fulfilled from within the country, a Temu spokesperson said in a statement. Temu has been actively recruiting U.S. sellers to join the platform. The change is a major shift for Temu, as they and other Chinese e-commerce sites sites like Shine and AliExpress had previously used the de minimis exemption, as it was known, to flood the U.S. with ultra-low-price goods. And while U.S. President Donald Trump says that he wants his new tariffs to help bring manufacturing back to the U.S., the move by Temu shows how major companies could evade that demand and try other tactics. Taking a look at the big board right now, kind of mixed. The Dow is up 43 points at 41,359. Meanwhile, the S&P 500 off 18 at 56.68. And the NASDAQ down 87 points at 17,891. Gold continues to shoot up 81 cents, $81.50 an ounce. Oil down $1.53 a barrel.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in the Imperial Valley and Coachella Valley. The mission has always been to protect your property, whether it's your home, business, or construction site. Your satisfaction is their number 1 priority. Make that phone call today to protect your property by calling Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 760-970-4500. And don't forget about Southwest Postal, your one-stop shipping center. Plus, they offer you 24-hour mailbox rental located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro.
It will be mostly sunny today with a high near 82. West wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south this afternoon. Partly cloudy tonight with a low around 61. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming southeast after midnight. Tuesday will be sunny with a high near 87. Light wind becoming south about 5 miles an hour in the afternoon. We have 67 degrees downtown, 43% relative humidity, wind out of the west-southwest 5 to 7. Air quality is good throughout the valley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather, all brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, your business 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. CBS News just ahead. We'll let you know what's going around the world right now.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile Business Advantage.
I'm Steve Kathan. Jury selections taking place in New York for the sex trafficking trial of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The case has made splashy headlines since Combs' arrest last year. CBS News legal analyst Ricky Kleeman.
The real trick here for both sides is to get those 12 people plus the alternates in the box who claim that they can be fair and impartial, that no matter what they've read, what they've seen, what they've heard, that somehow they will be able to really decide on what is brought up in court.
Combs has maintained his innocence. He turned down a reported plea deal last week. The Department of Homeland Security says this morning it'll offer $1,000 to migrants in the U.S. illegally who agree to self-deport to their home countries. Beginning today, the government's resumed collections on defaulted student loans, garnishing wages and other payments to do it. Braxton Brewington is with the Grassroots Debt Collective.
These are people who have fallen into really dire financial and economic circumstances, and folks who simply just cannot afford a student loan payment. You know, there's 5 million people. Many of them have been in default for several years.
In a sequel to his tariffs, President Trump is moving to slap a 100% tariff on films made outside this country. It's not clear how it would be implemented. Former LA film executive Tim Richards spoke to the BBC.
It is the talents that are there. And one of the reasons why the UK has done so well is we have some of the most highly skilled and experienced filmmaker and production crews in the world.
Well, President Trump says he's directed the government to reopen and expand the notorious former California prison Alcatraz. It's been closed for more than 60 years.
It's long been a symbol, Alcatraz, of whatever it is. I mean, you know, it's a sad symbol, but it's a symbol of law and order.
Alcatraz is now a tourist attraction run by the Park Service. Overseas, Israel's cabinet has approved a plan to capture all of Gaza and remain there for an unspecified amount of time. CBS's Robert Berger in Jerusalem.
Now the plan is to seize more territory, virtually the entire Gaza Strip. That means also pushing out the civilian population, which has already been displaced many times, to so-called safe zones.
The shoe company Skechers is being bought for more than $9 billion and will be taken private by 3G Capital. And checking Wall Street, right now the Dow is up 48 points. The S&P is down 18. NASDAQ is down 86. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Get the savings you want on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/choice55 and start saving today.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/55 to learn more. It's 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers, plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us, plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Chargers sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
Police in Wisconsin have solved a puzzling decades-old disappearance.
Audrey Backberg was 20 when she first disappeared from her home in Reedsburg, Wisconsin in July 1962. She reportedly left her family's home with a babysitter who claimed the 2 of them hitchhiked to Madison, Wisconsin before taking a Greyhound bus to Indianapolis. Now police say Backberg's disappearance was by her own choice and not the result of any criminal activity or foul play. The now 82-year-old lives outside Wisconsin, police locating her through her sister's Ancestry.com account. An abusive husband may have played a role in her initial decision to leave her home. Matt Piper, CBS News.
Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts opened with $76 million in domestic ticket sales. Studio estimates indicate the film kicked off with a solid #1 debut. Other openings included the Alec Baldwin film Rust, 115 theaters, $25,000. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.